Welcome, everyone. Today we've got a 30-minute workout. We are going to be using one of my favorite tools, new fitness thingy is the Booty Band. Gives you a great workout. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. Now, I'm going to do my warm up with the band on, which ordinarily I would not do, mostly because it's really muddy out here. And every time I stop after the warm up to put the band on, I'm getting mud all over it, and then I've got to wash it. So, you are welcome to do this warm up without the band on. I'll cue you when to put it on. If you want to keep it on the whole time, then just make the movements small in the warm up like I'm doing. Okay, so we just want to make sure we're not like pushing cool muscles too hard too quickly. Take a breath in. I've got a nice soft mini march here going. Breathe in, breathe out. Now you're also going to need a mat today. So we're going to do about 20 minutes of cardio and toning in a standing position using the booty band. And then we're going to grab our mats, or you can lay on the carpet, whatever works for you. A little step touch here. Oh, yeah, feel it already. And with the last 10 minutes, we're going to be down on the mat, working some abs and legs from down on the floor. Okay, we're just going to go one more minute here. Okay, maybe moving the arms in different directions. Again, I'm going nice and soft with these movements. And maybe little bicep curls here, whatever works for you. Okay, step out nice and wide and tap your toes. Take little presses to the backside. Okay, and if you are using a band today, get it ready. I've got light. Okay, so I wouldn't go too heavy doing this kind of a workout. Pick the lightest band you've got. You're going to put it on now. And then when you do, join us back here for our march. Okay, and I would take the band up slightly high on the thighs. Okay, you don't want it down too close to the knees. You're going to kill yourself. All right, we're going to stay here for just about another 30 seconds. And then we're going to do some mini knees up in front of us. Okay, even with just a teeny tiny march, I can feel it in my hips. Okay, so I don't mind if you're going at a higher intensity than I am. Just be careful with that band on. We're not doing anything high impact today. This is about more moderate cardio along with light toning. And lift the knee. Okay, I've got hands at the hips because I'm really working on like the focus of knees up, feeling it in the hip flexors, feeling the squeeze at the top of every one of these. But if you want to add intensity with arms, you can. Okay, next round comes up in about 30 seconds. We're going to keep the knees, but we're going to go out, out, in. Okay, so I don't want to do all wide knees for a full minute with a band on. It's going to be too intense. So we get that little break as we keep coming back to the middle. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Out, out, in, out, out, in. So still light cardio pace, but not too intense. Out, out, in, out, out, in. Okay, and if at any time muscles get so tired that you start to lose form, please just come back to that nice light mini march we did in the middle. Okay, if you feel like rejoining us when the muscle gets its second wind, you can. Otherwise, just stay there till the next round. Out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in. One more time. Out, out, in, and back to our march. Okay, we're going to stay here for 1 minute, and then we're going to do step touch. Okay, sliding down. There we go. All right, march it out. Okay, and I like arm pump when I do this. Just kind of feels like that power walk. But if you want to do something else with the arms, reach up because that feels like that's getting your heart rate up a little, or take it out wide, or mix and match. All right, we got about another 20 seconds, and then we're going to do our step touch. Okay, so sometimes for intensity, I'll tell you to do wide steps. You're not going to do that here. I think you're going to be able to do it here. All right, so step, touch, step, touch, step, touch. So go as wide as you can, keeping a good pace, but you're going to feel squeeze, 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 squeeze. Okay, so take it whatever feels okay. And also note, this is one where you can add direction. So you could come up, 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 and back, 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 back. It really just depends on the space that you have. Okay, so some of us might have room for it, some of us don't. Okay, next round, we're going to come to the center and we're going to tap out to the side. So it's going to feel very similar. Out, 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 out. A little different though. Okay, and again, we can add arms. So notice the cardio pace is very light, but it is there. We've got 30 seconds left here. Last 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more to even it out. And march. Okay, so remember for intensity, I would do arms here. You can pick up the pace a little bit, but try to stay low impact. Okay, so I'm sort of doing like this mini jog, not a full blown jog, but I feel like this feels safe. So I'm not doing like a big run like that, which might not feel good with the band on. All right, for next interval coming up, we're going to do a narrow mini squat, and then we're going to take the right leg and you're going to sweep it across like you're kicking over to the side. Okay, and the whole point of that is to work a little inner thigh here. All right, let's go. Squat, lift, squat, yeah. Okay, remember, I'd rather have you keep the movements a little smaller here and pick up the pace just a little bit so we're getting that cardiovascular benefit. Okay, 15 seconds. And then we're going to go right over to the other side with these. 5 seconds to go. And switch. Ooh, sometimes a minute goes by fast. Sometimes a minute goes by slow. These ones go by slower. All right, 30 seconds left here. And then we've got a marching interval. Is it up yet? Not yet. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3. I think we got one more here. Woo! And march. All right. Catch your breath and your balance. I'm going to grab a sip of water while we're in this interval. All right. For next one, we're going to do this mini squats again. Narrow stance. And when we lift up, we're going to take right leg and swing it back behind us for a little squeeze in the glute. Okay, so again, that's not an area where we normally have a lot of range of motion anyway, and we're limited even more when we have the band on. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a very big movement. You're just lifting the leg back. We squat, squeeze, squat, squeeze, just the right side. 1 minute here. Okay, working at a good pace. I'm still watching my form though. Just 10 seconds left. And then, of course, we're going to do the other side. 5, 4, 3. We can get one more lift here. Other side. 30 seconds. Oh, even a mini squat if you do enough of them. Up, squeeze, squeeze. 15 seconds to go. Last 5 seconds. One more here. And march. All right. Let the heart rate come down just a little, not too much. Keep those arms moving. Okay, next interval, 30 seconds away. We're going to come out to wide hamstring curls. Okay, at the 10-second mark here, we're going to take the march out just a little bit wider. So we're in position, ready to go for those curls. March out a little wider. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hamstring curls. So here, what we're feeling if we have the band is just some constant outward pressure on that band as we come side to side. Okay, so instead of some of the other things we did where we were feeling a real shift from one side to the other, here is just light, constant pressure. Okay, and that works our hip abductors, which is what helps carry our leg away from the body. Okay, and those muscles are very important to prevent falls. Okay, so if you have strong hip abductors, you are strong enough to stop yourself from falling over. It's a good thing. Okay, now we're going to hold here. We're going to do 30 seconds, repeaters on one side. Halfway through, going to cue you. We're going to switch 30 seconds on the other side. Just do as many as you can here. This is balance, coordination, a little core work, and love working those hamstrings. Last one, switch sides. 30 seconds over here. Fifteen seconds to go. 5 seconds, and then we're going to walk again. All right, march. All right, next interval. We just have a couple more, and we're going to do a mambo step. So we're going to take a step forward, take a step back, step forward, step back. Okay, and I want you to take a big enough step that you feel the work in your resistance band, if you're using one, where you're feeling that pull coming forward, pull coming back on the back side. Okay, we're going to do right side for 1 minute and then left side for 1 minute. And then it's going to be time for our mat workout. 4, 3, 2, and mambo. Forward, back, forward, back. So remember, taking large enough steps, you can feel the work in the band in both directions. 30 more seconds on the right. And just 15 seconds to go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left side. Forward, back, forward, back. So I notice as I do this, I am definitely focusing a little more of an extension with my back leg when I step back than if I were to be doing this without the band. Okay, so without the band, it's just pure cardio and balance. But here, it's a squeeze in the back. Not a big squeeze, a little mini squeeze, but every little bit helps, right? Just a few seconds left. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to come down on our mat here. Please remember, get a little sip of water if you need it. Okay, I'm going to kick my shoes off and I'm going to get right down on the mat without even taking my band off. However, if you don't feel like you can do that safely, please take the band off first. Get yourself into position and then slide it back on. Okay, so the easiest way I know of to get down safely is to fold forward, walk my hands out, gently set the knees down on the mat. Okay, and maybe right here, we'll just stay here. Okay, place down on hands and knees. I'm just going to grab my timer so I can see where we are, so I know we're finishing within our 30-minute allotment. Okay, and come into a position where your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips, and we're going to lengthen the legs back. Now, first option is to just tap the toes back, side to side. Okay, if you've got a band on here, you're going to feel it. Squeeze, squeeze. Even if you don't have a band, I want you to extend the leg and squeeze the glute, okay, and you will still work it out, okay? If you want a little more intensity with this, we're going to lift that leg behind us, maybe trying to get somewhere near hip height. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now we're going to take the right leg back and we're going to lift. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Up, up, up. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now bend your knee, flex your foot, and we're going to press up, down, up, down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, up and hold and press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pull your knee in. Before we work the other side, I want you to sit back into your hip, take a little stretch. Okay, that hip is going to have to do some work to hold you up. And it's not going to be able to do that if you don't stretch it first. All right, then other side. Leg comes back. We lift up and we go mini pulses. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Lift, lift, lift. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Up, up, up. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. 2, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. And then bend at your knee, flex your foot, and press up and down, up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, up and hold it. Little press is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knee down. Sink back, get a little stretch there. And then from that seated position, sitting back into your hip, you're going to swing your legs around. You're going to roll yourself back onto your mat. Take your hands, bring them behind your head, interlace your fingers, bring your elbows wide. Now you can take the head all the way back on the mat, just relax it here, or you can kind of scoop the belly in and draw the head up off of the mat. Okay, if you can't do this without serious neck tension, please lay your head back on the mat. All right, we are going to lift knees stacking over the hips, and we're going to lengthen one leg up, push one leg out. Okay, so a little abdominal work here. Now we're going to switch and switch. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep going. Now, beginners, you can always do this with knees bent. Okay, so when we shorten the lever, we make it easier. You could also do it with nice long legs, but just limiting the range of motion. Okay, so don't give up if you feel like you're not able to do the exercise the quote unquote right way. And give yourself permission to kind of build up to it and let yourself get stronger. I lost count, so we're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, everybody's going to lay their head back, hug their knees into their chest. And then we're going to shoot those legs back up, head relaxed in your hands. Okay, and this time we're going to go out the opposite direction. Out wide, squeeze in, out, and in. And actually, I'm going to take my band, take it up a little bit higher so I feel a little more of that resistance. Out and in. So even though that limited my range of motion, I feel like I'm getting a better workout because now I'm really making use of that resistance band. Out, out, in, out, out, in, out, and in, out, and in, out, and in, out, and in. Let's do 10 singles. Take it out, in, out, in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Nice work. Hug your knees into your chest. We're going to slide that resistance band off. You're going to roll yourself up. Okay, and we worked a lot of hips, especially with that band. So let's take a little stretch here. We're going to take the right leg, cross over the opposite leg. Okay, if your hips are really tight, you could do this with leg extended out in front of you. Okay, so find a position that's comfortable. And then change sides. That's over. Slow, deep breath. And then sit in a comfortable position. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Breathe in and breathe out. One more. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. In 30 minutes, you got cardio, you got toning, you got abs, you got glutes. A lot of bang for the buck. So have a great day, everyone. I will see you soon.